Spirit, I ask to channel only correct information, judgment and bias free, and the intention of this 3-power picker card is to help individuals free themselves from curses that their fathers placed on them. So welcome to this 3-power picker card. I started noticing as I was, understanding to love myself more, Spirit has kept me from individuals who I wanted to understand on a deeper soul level. One of them is my father. I discovered some things about my mother that were truly quite heinous, of course. And so I was wondering, why is it, I tried to ask some questions about getting to know my dad, and I wasn't able to have a connection with him. For a while, I was thinking to myself, was it something I did? Things of that nature. But I'm starting to now discover there's something deeper going on. Now, if my dad didn't put a curse on me, great. But if your father did put a curse on you and you're trying to understand why you're experiencing some things, let's get to the bottom of it. Without further ado, there are 3 pals. I'll see what the pile that you feel energetically led to are pals. Thank you for being here. Dear Spirit, please allow me to clearly receive information about the curses that were placed on pile 1 from their fathers. Alright, beautiful, lovely souls of pile 1. We're doing a live shuffle. I'm smelling something really sweet all of a sudden. Like, a sweet smell came and left. So we have 2 of diamonds and the Ace of Wands. So pile 1, I'm going to interpret these messages, but what I'm picking up is your dad didn't put a curse on you. Your dad was trying to protect you from curses that was put on you. Your dad was aware that there was a lot of curses targeted at you. Your dad was aware that you had a huge calling. Your dad actually supported the fact that you had a huge calling. But your dad also knew who the source of the curses came from. So they did their best to protect you. So if you experienced a very rough life and it felt like you were being hunted like Moby Dick, that was a curse put on you. And your father did everything he could to protect you from it. From afar, close, your father did the very best he could with what he knew in that moment in time, okay? You might have been given some false ideology and stories about your father. You know what I mean? Not actually loving you, not caring about you, things like that, from the toxic parent that actually placed curses on you, okay? You might even have had some similar experiences like your father. In fact, you may not be able to, if you are close to your dad and human contact, great. But if you don't actually have a physical relationship with your dad, it's not a representation of your worth or anything, or their worth. It's simply letting you know that your dad protected you, sending you thoughts of like high vibrational thoughts. Like your dad did the best they could, because they couldn't protect you completely from the person who was placing curses on you. They did the very best that they could. And I feel like the parent who placed curses on you wanted you to think that all masculine energy was toxic, so that you would not be able to identify the love of your life, and so you would attract toxic individuals, okay? Wow. Let's get another card. But your dad did everything they could to protect you with what they knew, okay? Basically, your dad knew they could not protect you 100%. 555. Something's about to change for you, Pal 1. But they did the very best that they could. And they want you to know that. Whether they're here, whether they're not here. But your dad did not place a curse on you, Pal 1. Let's cleanse the energy. Spirit, I ask for clear, concise messages about if curses were placed on Pal 2. And whew, thank you for allowing me to deliver this message. Alright, Pal 2, we're doing a live shuffle. I hope you beautiful souls are doing great today. I understand this is a very heavy topic, but I feel as if you're ready to understand the truth. So, Pal 2, your father transferred their legacy to you. This is interesting. Let's keep going. There's no curse. Your father transferred your legacy to you. Your father also has done death magic on those who bully you. Your father put a curse on others who bully you so that they would either end up committing suicide or dying in some horrible supernatural way. Wow. Okay. Take what resonates, Pal 2. But yeah, your father's been doing, or did do, and has done a lot of protection magic for you. He wanted you to carry on his legacy, but he wanted you to do it in the way that you want to do it, okay? So your dad was fighting a battle for you that you didn't even know was going on. I feel like the parent that you grew up with did a lot of magic and curses on you to dumb you down, and you couldn't quite figure out what was going on, and your dad was cursing the person who was doing magic on you like this, or anyone who would hurt you. Anyone who picked on you, anyone who targeted you, death follows them. Okay. But your dad got something special, had something special, planned for the one who did them curses on you. And it will become active when your dad... No, when you remembered who you were. Because there was a lot of magic done on you to forget. Okay. Wow, Pal 2. This is very interesting. Whoa. Yeah, your dad, Your dad also sent you blessings. So when you were experiencing a lot of abuse, that you would be able to find out that you were a healer. Let's get a couple more cards for you. This is very beautiful. How to. Yeah, your dad did a lot of magic so you would find out the truth. As soon as you find out the truth, all the curses go back to the person who sent them on you. That is it for pile 2. I hope that this helps you and makes you feel better. Spirit, I ask to deliver clear, concise messages about pile 3 if curses are placed on them by their father. I'm still decoding the messages, pile 3, because I do not believe in giving false information. I'm picking up pile 3. No, your dad did not place curses on you. Your dad actually kind of like left breadcrumbs. You might have liked a lot of interesting things as a child, you know, esoterical wise, and you probably were wondering how. You know, people were saying, I wouldn't watch that. You know, you're highly psychic, but your dad left energetic breadcrumbs so that you could find it. Yeah, your dad set it up so that as you healed, you would be able to walk into financial abundance. And the curses that were placed on you will return back to sender. But it would happen in the form of mental illness. So you would have to dig deep to understand how strong you are. So when people would project themselves onto you, you would have to understand it's not you, it's them. Your dad knew you had a huge calling on your life, and your dad did 1313. Yeah, your dad did what your dad could do to protect you. Your dad left you clues. Yeah, your dad didn't put a curse on you. Your dad did whatever they could do to wake you up from the dream, because whoever put a curse on you did a whole lot of spell work on you so you could forget. So in this point in time, pile 3, a lot of your memory from the past is going to come back. Do not fear it. Write about it. You've experienced so much severe abuse, pile 3. Like literally, there's no need for you to put yourself in a position where you have to be around a bunch of cold-hearted, difficult people. The curses you experienced made you aware of the world, but the reality that you thought was true, that was created within all that trauma, is an illusion, and it's going back to the sender. And now you have to wake yourself up from the dream and develop the creation that you are. Because a lot of the secrets of your past is in confusion and a mental prison, and be patient with yourself as you're freed from this, okay? Do not be afraid of the past, pile 3. Walk through it. It'll set you free.